the strength in you. Dun 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 dun. Coming through with the strength in you. Hey boo, hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, what it do? Coming through with the strength in you. You made it, good job. Strength in you, coming through. Strength in you, coming through. Hey boo. Hey, boo. Hey, happy Monday. First of all, let me just say, I got a couple voice cracks going on in my song. I need some lessons and I'm going to redo it. But we're not going to worry about that. Let me get my king in on the team, on the scene. You know how we do.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Good Monday morning. It's your boy Junior, aka Wisdom. Strength, how are you doing today? First of all, before we get there, that when you do that gets me every time. I don't care if you have a voice crack or not. Is good with me. Don't
Okay.
ever change that.
Okay.
Because if you do, I'm gonna be sad.
Okay.
But how
Well,
you doing?
I'm Gucci. I'm in the building. I'm blessed. I'm loved. I'm in here. Like, I'm so excited for this show because it's an interesting one. And life is
Yeah.
just throwing trans situations our way. And I want to talk about it. But we'll get that when we get there. Because, before we get that, we got our fun other stuff. Because we got to educate our brains and raise some
hmm
awareness and put out the vibes. Because that's what we do is we do a multitude of things up in here. Because that's how Struck Brain works. We do a lot of stuff.
hmm
But I got an interesting word today, y'all. We got an interesting word. So let's find out.
The
Hold up.
word of the day, don't wait, educate. The word of the day, don't wait, educate.
Oh,
I'm
so
in
his
the background. You can't. You see my hair like waving.
I was like, oh, I gotta be over here. Okay, here's the word of the day, guys. Oh, I should have kept it big. Now it's all little. Hold on. Let me see if I can change that up for y'all, because that ain't cool. Our eyes don't work like that.
I, I'm
Boom. Here
always
we
like,
go.
here we go. Did it help any? What is that? Robot
Probosia.
proboscis.
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 See, you smart.
I'm going with proboscis. I'm not smart.
You act like you got mad because I said you're smart. You are smart.
I'm a dummy.
Stupid.
Proboscis. I'm going with proboscis.
I think you're right. Let's see. Let's find out together. Okay. Let's go. Learn the word you gotta know. Okay. It's big too. Proboscis. Let's see if you're right, sir. Oh, disrespectful.
Proboscis.
Proboscis.
Bruh.
Proboscis.
Proboscis. That don't really look like that, but let's go with it.
Proboscis.
So let's see. It
Proboscis.
is the nose of a mammal, especially when it is long and mobile, such as the trunk of an elephant or a snout of a tapir. Okay, your turn.
All right. In many insects, an elonged, sucking mouthpart that is typically tubular and flexible. So, like in a mosquito.
Right. What was that word? Proboscis, right?
Proboscis.
Proboscis.
Yeah, proboscis. Okay. So for me, hold on. Let's go with our sentences first. Okay, let's see. At the zoo, I watched an anteater use its proboscis to stir up the dirt and eat insects.
I love watching bees collect pollen and other insects stick their long proboscises, I guess that's how you say that, proboscises, down in my into my flowers. That sounded sexual towards the end.
Yeah, that you know what? I think that's the stroke and that's the like the stroke. Okay. Let's see. Many mammals have a nose or a snout that could be called a proboscis, but one species received special um, designation as the proboscis monkey. I what that look like. I'm curious now. We got to go find this proboscis monkey later.
hmm
We're not gonna worry about that right now. But okay, hey guys, share your sentence for proboscis. Let's see. But I wonder, I need more details now because I wonder if it has to be flexible. But it said flexible, right? It did
Yeah.
say flexible.
Yeah.
So then, let me see.
Well, does the mosquitoes like proboscis? Is it like flexible?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm not sure, honestly. But I was over here. I'm like, I'm gonna just go with what I know then. And I think that elephants use their proboscis to fill
Hmm.
on things to find their way.
I'm gonna go my mosquito one for this one because I think it is flexible. I think
Okay.
it is. Um, these
Something
mosquitoes
to
during the
do with
hot
the
weather
nose.
always stick their proboscis in places they don't belong.
Facts. Does it have something to do with the nose? Yes, it does. Somebody is smart. Okay,
Hmm.
so I knew it had something to do with the nose. Yes, you did, honey love. That is awesome. Because at first I wanted to use some with the hummingbird, but I know that theirs is not flexible at all.
No, no,
So
they're
that's why I
just
was
like
like, I don't think that's gonna work for me, and I really want to because I,
there's there's is stiff.
yeah, you know what? I hate it here. You know, with that being said, we're just gonna go on here and hit our good vibes
When
with
you
the.
motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time. When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time.
Ah, see how keep it at the end there. Anyway, um, my motivation time. If I can get it up, that's what she said. That's not what she said.
You just really feeling sexual this morning. You just got all the little puns, little nasty.
Like that. Let it rain. I clear it out.
Oh
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Lord,
No, I'm in a good mood today.
good.
So for my motivation time, we have to strive to be better as people, right? Um, I notice there's a lot of us that are too lax or too comfortable in what we're doing on a daily basis. You don't want to strive to be better, right? You're just okay with the status quo, and that's not gonna cut it, right? For if you want to reach that next level of your life, you're gonna have to push yourself, and our time is limited on this rock we call Earth. So when you're younger, you think, "Oh, I have nothing but time," but as you get older, you start realizing that time is limited. So use your time to the maximum of your abilities and go out there and make somebody smile because it's much more than just us, right? It's a much bigger than us. And if you can make one person smile, it's like the domino effect. That person makes somebody else smile. And we can make the better world or the world a better place, rather. So that's my motivation. That's my spiel that I'm going to give you guys this week. But my quote is by uh, Gerard Way, and it says, "Sometimes you have to kind of die inside in order to rise from your own ashes. Believe in yourself and love yourself to become a new person." So I'll say it again. Sometimes you have to kind of die inside in order to rise from your own ashes and believe in yourself and love yourself to become a new person. So
I
be a
love that.
phoenix. Caw.
I love that. That's immediately what I thought of was the phoenix that emerged from the ashes. You're not down unless you choose to stay down. From them ashes, that fire comes. You know what I'm saying? So you born
Mhm.
anew. I love that. That was awesome. Great
That was
quote.
a good one this
What was
week.
his name?
Gerard Way.
Gerard Way. Good job, Gerard Way. You did your thing, boo. That is very important, guys, for y'all to keep that in your memory. That don't count yourself out because you're down. You're meant to be born
Mhm.
again and reinvent. That's kind of what that means, just a reinvention.
Actually, speaking of that, yesterday I had a baptism. So I was like born again, right? Refreshed, came out of my old ashes of my old self and became a new self. That kind of ties together perfectly, actually.
that is beautiful. Like congratulations to take that
Thank
next
you.
step on your journey. I saw your baptism online. Well, not the actual thing, but you know the pictures.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, yeah.
saw like a connection. I felt like I was there with you and your mom, and y'all just
Uh-huh.
loving on each other. It was all awesome. It was cute.
Yeah, we
It was
had
a
we had a
beautiful
cool
time.
moment. The weather, it was crazy because it started like thunderstorming, and I thought we were gonna have to cancel, but like God cleared a way perfectly for the time we have to the baptism. There was no rain, the waters were calm. We did the baptism, and as soon as it was over, it started thunderstorming already again. It was like crazy. It was a gift. It really was.
Wow, that's powerful.
Hmm.
That's powerful. That it was a kind of a messed up day, and then when it was time to be taken home for dad to get in that water, he was like, "Hold
Hmm.
up, calm down, let him through."
And it was crazy because the lifeguard was like, "You guys only have a limited amount of time to do it, right, safely," because it was thunderstorming and everything. And then as soon as we were done, he was like, "Get out the water!" Like he started telling everybody to get out the water. It was like literally we had just enough time to get the baptism done and nothing else. So it was like it was perfect. And the water was really good, like really nice temperature wise. So it was all in all a good time.
That's what's up. I'm happy for you, friend.
Thank
Awesome
you.
job. Congrats, y'all, to Junior. He got baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh,
Amen.
and with that being said, though, because that is a part of our history, let me encourage you to share yours. But what is history, right?
What's your history? Cause mine's a mystery. Let's uncover it and try to see.
No, no, but God is a part of history. It started from the very beginning. So that's why I was like, that was kind of a perfect time to kind of lead us right into that.
Perfect segue.
Yes. Okay. So I got just two queens for you guys. Because remember, we're in our women's part of the black intellect.
Actually, mine is a women's as well. It's a woman as well. So perfect.
Perfect. But remember, I got coupons for these cards. Wait, I'm not doing good. Black History flashcards. They buy the Urban Intellectuals. Junior be probably finding his stuff online because he do real research. I just got
Hmm.
cards, but it
I
helps.
do. I do. I do my research.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that because research is always good, and luckily these just help me while I'm in the midst of all the other stuff I got going on, so it works. But our first queen we're gonna talk about is Miss Billie Holiday. Everybody heard of Billie Holiday, but do you know what
Hmm.
she did and who she is?
No.
She was born April 7, 1915, and she died July 17, 1959. She was considered one of the best and most influential jazz vocalists of all time.
That's what I was saying. I figured she sang, but I didn't
Mhm.
know exactly what she sang.
Her legacy still influences jazz and many other genres to this day. Despite no formal music training, she developed her vocal techniques that was known no and was known for her unique vocal delivery and improvisational skills. Hey, I'm glad I was able to say it. She was discovered on the Harlem nightclub scene and signed in 1935. Her first hit, What a Little Moonlight Can Do, a collaboration with a pianist, Teddy Wilson, became a jazz standard. She received four posthumous Grammy Awards, all all for Best Historical Album. She herself was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1973. And in 1972, the film adaptation of her autobiography, Lady Sings the Blues, she was betrayed by another legendary performer, Diana Ross. Slow down.
Mm,
And in 2000, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Diana Ross received an honor on her behalf. Boom.
nice.
That is Billie Holiday.
You want to
Break it up.
do mine?
I
Yeah,
sure
let
do.
you do yours.
I sure do.
All right, cool. So my queen, right? I'm gonna take one of your lines here. Is actually doing my research. I actually love when I do my research because like I find out things for myself that I didn't know.
Hmm.
Um, So my queen is Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, right? She was born in 1989 in the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. Um, into a Puerto Rican family. Shout out Puerto Ricans, that's what I am. Alexandria went to become the youngest woman to ever be elected to Congress at the age of 29. You see,
Oh
I
wow.
didn't know that. After a successful grassroots campaign that won a great deal of support, AOC, as she is often referred to, entered the U.S. House of Representatives for New York's 14th District in January 2019.
Nice. That's what's up. And what
Hmm.
was her name again?
Alexandria Ocasio Cortez.
Okay, wait a minute. Alexandria, I got that. Come on.
Hmm. Ocasio?
Escasio.
Ocasio, it's some sort of
Oh,
a, but Ocasio.
Oscasio.
Uh huh. Cortez.
Cortez. Okay. Alexandria Oscasio Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. See, learning is
Got
kind of
it.
cool. I like it. I can dig it. I'm with it. Okay. Last one, guys. Her name, this queen on the scene is Miss Bell Hooks. She cute. Okay. Her birthday is September 25th, 1952, and she's still alive to the present day. She's a writer, educator, social critic, and an essayist. Her work and passion for solving the problem of racism in the U.S. was influenced by her experience growing up in segregated schools. Began writing, reciting, and publishing poetry early under her real name, Gloria Jean Watkins. She took on the pen name Bell Hooks after her grandmother, Belle Blair Hooks, in the 1970s to move away from writing poetry and into the focus of critical essays on the system of domination. She published her first book, um, Ain't I a Woman, which was a feminist discussion of racism and sexism, and several other colleges after earning a doctorate in English literature in 1970s, and the ability to engage in rigorous studies and to think critically.
Oh, you want mute? You muted.
I mute myself. They just muted me on purpose. I was talking
I know.
about bell hooks, and the devil wanted to come in and play his little tricks. I want to tell y'all she's still
So
alive doing her thing.
say that last part again.
Um, about the devil or about Bell?
No, about the lady.
Oh, oh, she continues to be the voice for educational reform and the ability of students to engage in rigorous studies and to think critically. So she's telling y'all to
Mm.
use your brain. Don't just be an ass. Don't be a twerk fest. Don't just feel like all you are is a body or sex or none, just nothing that's of no substance. Use your brain because that's where your power lies. So I encourage that as well. And good job, Miss Bell Hooks. I appreciate you, boo. So let's get into it. Oh, we got one more thing, guys, because you know what time it is. We got to shine a light because we wouldn't be us if we didn't call a thing and raise some awareness about some things, right? So let's get into
Let's raise awareness, you see. Why? Because prevention is key.
it. So it's all about raising a little awareness. And the first thing I'm going to tell you before I say anything else is be faster. I hope you remember that. Be faster. Our goal is to prevent it because, as Wisdom told us a few episodes ago, I think if the faster you get to the hospital when you go through these type of things, the better chances of you having to a successful recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So be faster, balance, eyes, face, arm, speech, time for the emergency room, period. Like that's what Be Faster is all about. But we're gonna talk about stroke, of course, and just a little bit about suicide because we're trying to raise awareness and do some prevention measurements. I feel like if we call a thing and we just put it out there and not be afraid, then people wouldn't feel alone when they're going through stuff and just feel the need to just end it because they think that's the easiest way out. When it's actually, in my opinion, the cowardice way out. So it's easier to just give somebody else your problems versus you handling your own.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so let's see. A couple things I want to talk about is with stroke is, of course, more than 7,000 people go through this a year. Like it's been hitting hard. I'm lying. Nope, that's my suicide rates.
Oh,
It has,
7,000 people. It's
yeah,
more than that.
well, the rates I was looking at, and I found it on the suicide .org site. It was saying more than 7,000 people die from suicide every single year.
It's a lot of people.
That is definitely a lot of people, but not even just that. Like I said, I was trying to start where I need to start, which is stroke. And just in 2014, which tells you numbers have definitely increased though, but in 2014, 38% of people went to the hospital for a stroke. So imagine if that was 2014 and we in 2023, how those numbers have increased because of the food we eating, the lack of diet, and exercise, mental health, and emotions. Stress is the
And,
number one
and
cause.
honestly, like lack of awareness. I didn't know what a stroke was until I really had one. Like I
Yeah,
heard of the word, but I didn't know what it meant.
right. So that's what this is about. Because with awareness comes empowerment, and with empowerment comes prevention. All these things is kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? No, I ain't want to just say a circle. That's boring, but it is. That's what it is. It's a circle and it all works together. So, um, we not. I'm not gonna spend my time throwing it all out there because we got to get into the topic real soon here.
Okay,
But
so in 2021, one in six, de- 1 in 6 deaths from cardiovascular disease was due to a stroke,
oh
and
wow,
about 185,000 strokes, nearly 1 in 4 people who had a previous stroke. So if you had a stroke, I know this is common knowledge to a strokies, but if you had a stroke, please be careful. Please watch your blood sugar, your blood pressure, all the things you need to take care of because you're more likely to have another one if you already did.
that's facts, and it's sad, but it's facts, and that don't mean don't live your life and have fun and eat stuff. That just means be literally what he said. Be careful, like watch what you're eating. Don't consume all of it just because you got it. If you do go to a fast food restaurant, don't eat the whole meal or don't get the biggie size. Get a small size. Instead of drinking pop with it, drink some water. Like it's little things you can do to prevent certain things. Ain't nobody telling you not to live
Mhm.
your life. So definitely, please live your life. So again, be faster. Stroke prevention. That's the key because we never want you in the situation we're in. So that's what this is about. And also,
Mhm.
let's head on with the suicide rates. Well, not even the rates, but just talk about it just a little bit because nobody want to be sad. Anybody doing that today? But they are out there, guys, and it's in our kids more than anything. And we know that mental health is one of the biggest causes of people just breaking down and killing themselves because they don't know how to process and deal with what they're going through. And that's why we are creating a platform every Friday for people to come in and say what it is they feel and going through because when you hold it all in, that is what's killing people. Like they said,
Mhm.
suicide is the third leading cause of death for people who are ages 15 to 24. That don't mean that's where it begins and where it stops. That just means that's the highest bracket right there. But you better believe if you're outside of those brackets, it still is a leading cause because it ain't going nowhere and we're all going through something. Do you have anything you want to say about suicide before I say anything else?
Yeah, just the number. First of all, if you know somebody in your life that is showing suicidal ideation, right? Suicidal tendencies, um, just reach out, right? Reach out to them, show them some love, make them laugh. You never know. Sometimes a person just needs conversation, or sometimes like people just need to
Okay, wait a minute.
vent, right? Hmm.
Right, but you said something. You said suicidal tendencies, and that's actually good. I should have actually got more information. What does that look like to have suicidal tendencies? What should people look out for?
Cutting is a big one, like self harm. Um, like usually like if it's really hot and like someone's always wearing a sweater, right? Trying to wear it, cover up their arm. That's a huge sign. Being like isolated, always wanting to be alone. It's another sign. It's not always a sign, but it's a sign to look out for, right? And
Right,
things of that nature. I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a guidance counselor or anything like that. But these are just some things I've noticed throughout my life when I've had those moments in my life where I wasn't exactly happy with the way things are working out. So those are things to work out and look out for. Also, that number I want to stress it 988. It's a simple number to remember. It's like 911 988, and it's a great tool to utilize because not everyone's gonna remember the 1-800 number. You know what I mean? That one's too long. So 988.
right. I love it. Thank you for that. 988, guys. If you're going through something, you just need to talk because you might not always be feeling suicidal, but you just need to talk to somebody before you get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Call 988. You know what I'm saying? They don't know you, they don't know your story, they're not going to judge you, they just there to help you and support you. So don't feel no kind of way. Just do what's necessary. But let's get into them because I got a couple videos, literally a couple videos we're going to talk about today because did you see the I can't talk. Struck brain. Did you see the title? That we're
Did.
doing too much. This is trans stupid. Now listen, let me make sure I throw before I even put a video up. I just want to make sure I put this out here. I don't have no hatred.
Disclaimer,
Right.
disclaimer.
Definitely. Listen, there's no hatred against nobody in their sexual orientation. It's not even about that. And when you watch the video, you'll get exactly why I say this is trans stupid because people are taking advantage of other people's struggles and what they're going through. And now it's almost like they're making fun of what people are going through. And I can't get with it. And it was just bothering me. And I was like, I want to talk about it. So if you have any input or thoughts about it, let's get it out there. But we definitely finna talk about this one. Okay, here go my first one. Okay, hold on, y'all, hold on. Let's get into it. Oh God, it's already right here, and it ain't gonna even show right. Okay, whatever. Y'all gonna be seeing all kind of stuff there. I didn't mean it. Now I want to act like this. Okay, you seeing what I'm seeing? At least you know I ain't lied.
I love his
My internet is
content.
horrible or something.
Well, while Cynthia is going ahead
Oh,
and
yeah.
troubleshooting, because I don't want it to be too much dead air for the people who are listening. Um, I'll tell you a quick story. Yesterday about my life and what I got going on. Yesterday was my first time running the live stream with Facebook at the church. So if you go to my church and you do an online church, I'm the one doing all the cuts and putting everything on and changing the angles and doing all that. So not only do I help with this show, I produce the Strokes Humor show. I'm also producing at church now, so I'm really excited for that opportunity, and it's a lot of work, but it's a blessing as well. So I noticed there's a. I really want to know who that Facebook user was. Who was in the beginning there? Who's talking about the noses? You smart as heck.
This is just not good right now. Hold on, y'all. I suck at this. I tried to put this video up on the actual thing, but it wouldn't let me download it to add it to. But
Mm.
I'm gonna see what I can let you get from it. What the hell? But how did that go? What you did? I heard you talking about it. Let's see if we can just listen to it. Hold on. How can I show this video?
I don't know. I wish you would have told me beforehand. I probably could have helped you out with it.
Okay, so what? I think y'all caught that part, right? So what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do is stop sharing that one and share the other one and talk about what you did see. So basically,
You could see
Chloe.
anything.
Okay, well let me tell you what you kind of saw, but not saw. Okay,
Okay.
you supposed to been seeing Chloe. Chloe is this girl who decide she do better in a wheelchair, so she chooses to live her life out in a wheelchair, even though she can walk just fine because it's a transability.
I think I've seen this.
Yeah, it's called
Transability.
Transabled or some crap.
Hmm.
Okay, here we go. I think I got it now finally with my life. Let's see.
Like ski. BIID has led
No,
Chloe, a Cambridge University educated research scientist, to harm herself in a bid to
it won't let
become
me show.
paraplegic for
That
real.
sucks.
You
We hear him saying how stupid she is, but that ain't what I want. I wanted to show y'all literally everything that I was looking at yesterday and all week of all these people who have been like, I don't know if y'all saw the latest video of the woman who made herself go blind. She made herself go blind by pouring cleaner in her eye.
Oh yeah, I read about that. Hold on, I got a phone call.
Do your thing. And it bothered me so much, guys. I was so like, this is trans stupid. People are taking this word transparency of being who the hell you are in your own skin and being comfortable and happy with yourself. And now they are taking advantage of people's, I don't know what to call it, but it's their decision. But the fact that it's people out here that's considering themselves transabled as if we choose to be disabled. You know, I don't really do disabled. I do my ability is different than yours. Don't put a dis because this is a negative word in general. But now that people are transsexual and we have transparency and translucent and just trans whatever. Now we have transability. Like, really? Are you kidding me? That that irritated my soul. I'm gonna see if I can do my best again to try to show the other video.
Well, I want to touch on this right real quick.
Go
The
ahead.
trans community is getting a little out of hand, right? They wanna we gave them an inch, they want to take a mile, right? So I'm not against transsexuality at all. If you want to be a girl or you want to be a boy, if it's not harming anyone, by all means, if you're an adult, an able-bodied adult with your own mind and you can make your own decisions, do you, boo boo? But like having to indoctrinate kids now, that's why I have to cross. Like I have to put the line and be like, you're doing too much, right? I don't care if you want to consider yourself a lamp.
Mhm.
Be a fucking lamp. I don't care, right? But
I can't.
just
Nope.
be an adult and look at all. We don't. As long as you stay in your lane and you do whatever you want to do, you're fine by my book.
Right. No, that's true. That is definitely true. And I think it's just too much emphasis put on it. Everybody wants their own lane so bad that at the end of the day, that's still your business. It don't have to be broadcast. If you're a girl and you want to be, you feel like a boy inside, dress like Paul Bunyan or something, so they'll know that you're a dude, and we can just say he or whatever, and it's just gonna be what it is. But I don't know. I'm more upset about. Okay, I think I got the other video. Here we go. This is why I'm more upset. Y'all can see this, right?
Not yet.
We're also joined by our good
We're
friend
saying
Dr.
Sharon.
Phil to share some insight on Jules' condition.
No,
No, yeah, yeah, it's working.
What's- I want to ask you, do you have any regrets about taking your own vision or the process with which you did take your own vision?
I don't have any regrets taking my vision. I believe I should have been born blind, and I'm happy the way I am. I do have some regrets about the way I did it, but in the end, I'm happy the way I am.
Dr. Phil, with all due respect to Jewel, but I am having a really hard time sitting so close to someone who traumatized herself, who damaged herself. We took an oath in medicine to help people. We see horrible tragedies every single day as doctors, and people who would give anything to go back and restore their vision, their health. My heart is beating out of my chest. I can't even make sense of the emotions I'm feeling, because to hear someone say, I've always felt I should be blind. Well, I've always felt I should be the Queen of England, but I'm not going out to become the Queen of England.
Well, let me argue the side of the advocates of this disorder.
hold
We
on.
had Dr. Michael First
That's
on
enough
the
for
show.
her.
He is the
We will
professional
not
that
watch
has.
that the whole time. I'm sorry. I just had to let y'all see that because that, I hate to say it, but it's complete fuckery. Okay, who in their mind is going out of their way to do stuff like? Wait a minute, hold on. Until today, I never heard of people self-inflicting trauma on themselves. But I'm with you. I'm with you, Joy. This is stupid. For those that have self-inflicted trauma, they shouldn't be eligible to receive the same benefits as someone that has legitimate trauma, handicap, disability. I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why I'm bothered. This is why I'm bothered. None of us who are born with situations, cerebral palsy, MS, mental, whatever, like whatever situations we got going on, none of us asked for it. Nobody was like, hey, make me disabled. Hey, give me a stroke. But here we got these stupid ass people out here that's taking advantage of the system. And now you're making yourself blind. You're making yourself morbidly obese. You're warding around in wheelchairs and your legs work just fine. You're pretending as if it don't work. Like, I'm bothered.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Like, I remember seeing that clip on YouTube, and I didn't get to see the whole clip, but that's something I'm definitely gonna go back and do a little research on my own. I wish I could go back, right, before I had my stroke, and like take what I have now, right, the knowledge I have now, and the person I am now, and just go back, right. But those people who are like, I don't understand it, bro. I didn't grow up in that environment. Like there was none of that, right? There was none of that when we were kids. When we were growing up, there was none of that. So I don't understand why somebody is like, I feel like I should be blind. Like, what's going on in your head?
I feel like I should have a banging ass body, but look at me.
You have an alright body.
But I'm telling you know what I'm saying. Like the one like the lady from Roger Rabbit. What's her name?
Oh
Jessica
yeah.
Rabbit. Give me one of
Hmm.
them.
Yeah, she was a hot tamale.
For real, for real. But no. So the fact that people are doing it, it bothers me. And I just had to talk about it a little bit because I was like, this is stupid. And there's so many things now that I almost feel like it's almost getting on a bandwagon. It's like, well, they
Yeah,
benefiting from it, so let me do this now. So let me, I don't know.
and honestly, I think it's a lot of like undiagnosed like mental illness. Like
Yeah,
you have to be mentally incapable of thinking rationally if you're thinking like that. Like, and I, like I don't know if it was in the clip or not, but I know she put like like chemicals in her eyes, like a mixture of Clorox and something else in her eye to make herself blind. Like she caused herself so much pain and trauma for what? Like so you can walk around acting like you're blind. Just grab a stick and put on the glasses and close your eyes.
and you ain't even got the same senses as a person who was born or made blind naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because different senses change as your body change. But that didn't happen for her because this dumbass just burnt her eyes out. Like who? Do- so with that being said,
Listen, I'm trying to be Christian and godly, but in my brain and in my heart right now, I'm like, I want to say what you're saying, but I'm trying to be a man of God right now. She's ridiculous, for
yes,
sure.
yes. And with that being said, guys, we're gonna end our not really end it, but we got like 20 minutes left, and we're gonna talk about loving yourself and not trying to
Yeah.
conform to something else. Because that, when I tell you it's trans stupid, I was like, well, how can I say
At first, I was like, "What are we talking about?" But like now I get it. I was like, "This is going to be a divisive episode."
right? No,
Because we both know somebody who's trans. Great person. Shout out Vaughn, right? I love Vaughn.
shout out.
Um, and Vaughn is different. Vaughn's an adult, right? And felt about his sexuality or his sexuality, sorry, and did something about it. Like Vaughn didn't cause bodily harm to himself or anybody else in that decision. So I'm okay with that. I'm
Right.
okay with that. But moving on because my blood is starting to boil thinking about it.
Well, then that means you gotta get it.
No, no, I'm just chill.
Okay, well, just chill. Yeah, we're gonna chill. But no, I feel you with that. But no, with that being said, guys, it's just important that you value you and you love you, because doing stupid stuff to, I don't know if it's to get a free check or a pity party or what benefit that can be for a person to be transabled, but don't.
There has to be like some sort of like look at me. You know what I mean? Like some kind of what's that word I'm looking for? Not is it narcissistic?
I think so.
Like I think that's the word.
Narcissism.
Yeah, but like you're trying to get people to feel bad for you for what? Like what was so wrong? What went so horrible? And you're like that cost you to get from point A to point B,
Right.
right? Like you weren't born that way. So
Right.
what caused you? What triggered in your head to be like, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and I think it's a good idea. And the sad part is, it's irreversible. Like now you're gonna be blind for the rest of your life. Like there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. And I'm all like stupid. So see, ain't no trans to that. That's just stupid. So I'm like, stop. Everybody stop putting this trans on stuff and want to
Hmm.
change up things. That's the part that's irritating. Like, fall back from that.
Like that's the cool thing right now. It's being trans, right? Whether it's transsexual or trans or whatever. Just
True.
putting that word in front of whatever it's hip and trendy right now. So everybody wants to hop on the bandwagon. Like, you gotta pay for those people. Those people who are too weak minded to be individualists and like I don't know. Like, I understand wanting to stick out and be different. I'm like the way I dress and everything. I'm I can understand that. Like sticking out and being the center of attention, right? But there's a line that I would never cross. And some people are willing to cross that line for whatever in their head is making a manifesto decisions. I'll never understand.
Right. I think I saw a TikTok the other day where this white man was talking. He was a trans black guy, and I was like, "We doing too." This is what, and that's where hatred and stuff is born and formed. Because I'm starting to hate the word trans in general because we're
Hmm.
taking it as people and we're not even using it in the right context, and we're trying to make it suitable for us. Let's use trans when it works and when it's convenient, but that ain't what it was meant for. It was for these people who felt like they felt inside one way, whatever, whatever. But still, it's like that's a whole nother conversation within itself because I
Yeah,
still feel like that was still it's too many labels. It's all unnecessary. You do you, boo. I love you regardless. As long as you ain't putting no harm to me or my people, I'm good. So
very
everything
good in
else,
my book.
man, everything else is irrelevant. And now we're just so overly focused on these things that now we got transabled people and trans black and trans vegetarians, and it was some more crazy. It's a bunch of other trans out here that
Hmm.
I'm not even gonna try to get myself into. But the moral of the story is putting trans in front of something don't change who you are. If you stupid, you stupid. If you black, you black. If you gay, you gay. If you straight, whatever the fuck. I mean, whatever is going on.
You
It's
can't
just
fix stupid, right? You can't fix dumb.
you can't,
Some
but it just
people are
is what
just
it
dumb.
is. Right. Stop putting trans in front of everything and talking about trying to make it your own. Like, stop trying to be individualized like that. We're a system of people that's supposed to be working together. And we all have our own superpowers. And when you bring all those together, it makes up one big one. But instead, everybody want to be in their own little thing. So that's why we still won't grow because we're still too busy trying to individualize instead of coming together. But
Hmm.
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I want to end the show on a positive note.
Always, we're always going to end it on a positive note because that's how we live. It's all we know. That's what we
Oh boy,
breathe.
I woke up really early today. I'm sorry for yawning, but like I am so tired, and my day is not even close to being done.
Good job.
Jesus, give me strength. I got up really early for no reason. I don't know why.
That's all right.
My eyes started open, and I was like, I'm up. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So
It's all
it
good. I
is what it is.
that part. But let's see. Always remember, you're reaching for the skies. You're not gonna just because you down, don't mean you out. As wisdom's motivation time was letting you know, you're a phoenix emerging from those ashes. So let that fire burn the. Let's see. Let the fire burn the old you away, so the new you can be born. Yeah, that's how that goes.
And
And
rise from the ashes, right? I think it's very critical. Um, and I'm talking to stroke survivors specifically. I know a lot of stroke survivors who haven't processed, right, or accepted the fact that their life has changed and they have to live a certain way. Doesn't mean you can't live your life, right? I think a lot of people think that having a stroke means you have to put a break and put a like stop what you're doing. Yeah, you can't do certain things anymore, and that's understandable. But you have to keep living, right? You have to keep moving forward. If you stop, make it like very, very, very temporary. Like stop, smell the roses, and keep moving. Like time is not gonna stop for anyone. Like I was a very, very hello. I was very in my feelings for a little bit, but thank God I had people like you and people that were like really ultra positive in my life that helped me through that. And having a stroke doesn't mean your life is over. It's literally just the beginning. It's the restart to a new life and a new understanding of life. Um, how many people get to say they had a second opportunity to do things over?
Hmm. And to kind of piggyback off what Wisdom was saying, because this is for everybody. Because we stroke survivors are not the only people who think their life is over after they had a stroke. You may have been in a car accident and now your back is jacked up, or your neck is messed up, or your legs don't work the way they used to work. That don't make it over. That just means you have to adapt to whatever it is that your situation is. And maybe sometimes God be removing you from situations so you can find your new calling because you wasn't in a place where you was meant to be in the first place. So as I've always told you, it's always going to be about the perception of the things you go through. It can all be bad if that's how you look at it, but if you look at everything as a blessing from a lesson, because that's what it is, a blessing from a lesson, then you will know that this you went through this because there's strength inside of you that this lesson is trying to show you possess. Sometimes you don't even know what you got in you until you going through the fire, and you ain't got no other choice but to be that thing that was in you that you ain't know was there until you ain't had no other choice. So,
Yeah, I can attest to that. Like I always had a really good confidence, but I didn't know I was capable of doing what I'm doing now. I didn't know I was meant to do greater things until I went through the fire and the flames, right? Until I went through my trials and tribulations and came out of it the other side. It was daunting for a while, but I came out of it a better person, a better man. So I
mhm,
can't complain. Yeah, I can sit here and be like, woe is me, and my life isn't as great as it was. Physically, I can say that. Yeah, of course. But in every other aspect of my life, it's gotten way better. So I can't really complain
mhm.
for too much. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't do you no good anyways. Complaining ain't gonna do
Mhm.
nothing but remind your body of what it can't do, and that's gonna put you further in depression. So you might as well lift yourself up by speaking life into your body and into your mind and into your muscles, because that's what that does. But what did you just say? I just straight had a stroke, brain fart. It was good too.
The coming through the trials and tribulations.
But it was after that because I know what I was gonna say. I want to encourage. This is gonna sound so funny, but I'm about to start getting in the habit of saying it myself. But I want to encourage all people who going through anything. As long as you got breath in your body, it's always gonna be something you're going through. So I'm
Hmm.
encouraging you to have a stroke. You hear what I said? I know. I said it's gonna sound funny. I'm encouraging you to have stroke. Okay, stroke is strength through recovery
Oh, yeah.
over needing emotion.
Emotions. I was like, yo, what are you talking about right
Yes, have stroke. That means strength through recovery over needing emotions. That means the need is with a K. Kneading. Look it up. It's a real word. That means we not massaging that woe is me feeling but what me? We can sit and cry and scream that until we blue in the face and it ain't gonna do you no bit of good.
now? Hmm.
So I'm encouraging you to not sit there and what was me? Go have a stroke. Go have strength through recovery over needing.
Yo, I know what you mean, but every time you say it, it sounds crazy.
I know, but we're redefining what that looks like. Because
Yeah.
my stroke taught me strength, and I've been having strength through recovery ever since. So I'm encouraging you. I'm gonna say it one last time for you, Matt. Go have a stroke. Strength through recovery over needing emotions. Don't worry about why did it happen to you. Try to find out why not you. Who else can do it like you? Don't sit there and try to figure out why it happened to you. Because guess what? Some effed up things happen to some really good people. And it just is what it is. And it's just because you're the only one who can do it the way you do it. So I'm not gonna keep telling you to have a stroke. With saying stroke repeatedly, I'm gonna say to you, please, please, please. We are having stroke camp in
Oh
Asheville,
yeah.
North Carolina, guys. And we would love it if you can donate to our GoFundMe to help us get our tickets and everything situated. The link is right there. GoFundMe 06232245. And yeah, even if you can't donate, please share the link
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
and just talk us up. You already know how good we are, what kind of people we are. Send SNU to stroke camp because that's what it's all about. Team SNU about to kill the land, not literally, but we gonna, like I said, we redefining what it means to be stroke survivors. So I'm just encouraging you guys, for real, to not
and,
only
and not only donating, but sharing will help so much because a lot of people don't know what SAU means, right? So you can play a part in like spreading the awareness and spreading the the gift that is SNU. Like I didn't realize how important SNU was to me until I was in it, right? And I got to see how it changed a lot of people. And there's a lot of good that comes out of this. So even if you can't donate, just share and spread the gospel of what we're doing here. Because what we're doing here is all good. And we're trying to help other stroke survivors and change the perception of what it is to be a stroke survivor.
absolutely, absolutely, and thank you for that word because I don't do that enough, and we definitely will love it if you could support us and share what S and you mean. If you don't remember, it means strength in you because even if you're a religious person, faith without work is dead. Like, so even if you believe in God and all that, you got to put in that work. So all the strength that you need to get through the things that you're going through is inside of you to just take that step. And it ain't gonna always be a big step. Sometimes it's gonna be a little tiny, tiny step, but those little tiny steps add up. So don't be too hard on yourself and just do what's necessary. And as Wisdom said, spread the gospel of SNU and what we represent and how we're just trying to motivate and encourage and inspire people to never give in to giving up on themselves because it's easy to throw in a towel and just let somebody else pick up all the slack of what you should be doing. But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that we wake up every day and we're trying every single day, we're encouraging you to do the same thing and help us try even harder by helping us know that what we're doing is important. Well, we know it's important, but it's relevant to you. Also, head over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, The Strength in You. And you can catch us if you can't watch us all the time live. We get it. But you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google, anywhere where podcast is, just about we'll be there. So you can find us there. And I hope you're able to donate to our fund with the GoFundMe with Stroke Camp because it's definitely a monumental thing. It's going to bring not only stroke survivors together, but it's going to change some families and help them learn to communicate and be able to rebuild what they thought once was lost. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
that's all about,
And
y'all.
real quickly, shameless plug. If you need a little laugh to get you through the middle of your week, come join us on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Strokes of Humor. We do it every week. It's one of my favorite things that we do. And Rick, laughter is one of some of the best. Ooh, excuse me, some of the best medicine you'll ever have in your life. So come have a laugh with us, me, Joy, and Jeff on Silk the Humor.
Absolutely. And also, to finish it up, guys, we are encouraging you to join us for our support group. Like I told you, mental health and these suicides are real, but you are not alone. So you can join us every Friday on Google Meet. It's no money. You don't need to download nothing extra. Everybody got Google. So yeah, it's on Google Meet every Friday at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern,
Eastern, 5,
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Central,
Central, 3 o'clock p.m. Uh,
Pacific.
Pacific. Thank you.
Yes. So no, we love you guys, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate everything it is about you. Know that you're loved. You appreciate it. You're valuable. Now you know what time it is. Let's get them crowns. Get your crown, honey. Put that crown on. Put that lantern inside your crown and turn that light up so that light gonna radiate all over your body. Anything that's negative gonna bounce back at you and accepting that. And yeah, when you're down, there's nowhere else to go but up. Don't be hard on yourself. Patience and practice. The two most important P's in the world. So I love you. Until next time, my loves.
Bye.